y'all, Natalie here today with a cherry on top, and I am using the new Days of Splendor Collection from Pinkfresh Studio and a few other bits and bobs from my stash to make this layout for Thanksgiving from last year. So I am obsessed with chevrons right now. I've already mentioned this in a couple recent videos, and you'll probably see another one coming up soon that has chevrons. But anyway, so I had to get this paper from Days of Splendor, and I'm going to fussy cut out a couple of the chevrons and put them on the edges, opposite edges of the page. Then I'm going to do a lot of mixed media in the background. I'm going to mix and match my shimmers to match the colors. And so there's like this pretty mustard yellow color and this like dusky peach color and the seafoam green color. So those are what I'm going to work with here. And that kind of rosy color too as well. So I found my ephemera pack. So with this Days of Splendor collection, they did an entire ephemera pack with leaves and flowers and it's just so gorgeous. And so now, there you can see like my art journal where I was just kind of trying to mix the colors to match perfectly. So now I'm going to set up my photos to see how I want my page to look, and it ends up looking different than that, but I'm going to put texture paste on the background and then work with my sprays. So that stencil is from Vicky Booten. I'm not sure which collection, but it's really beautifully detailed, a fun pattern. I really like it. So I'm going to spread the texture paste. It's Ranger Matte texture paste. I'm going to spread it through 3 kind of sections on my page. And I'm sorry if you can hear the lawnmower in the background. I love texture paste. It gives just amazing texture, obviously, but like you can see there in a little bit, it's super raised, and so it's like different levels on the page. I don't know. It's just a fun interest to the page, and obviously I love to be messy and rustic, so I'm also just spreading it out in a couple of spots just to kind of add to the distressed look of the page. So I'm going to set that aside and let it dry, and it pretty much has. And now I'm just going to bring back my cut pieces to see how I want it, and I end up flipping it around. And I'm going to use that green cardstock just to kind of back my paper. It's only going to peek out at the top and at the bottom. And then those photos, I have like this pop of bright orange as well, and I'm going to use my ephemera to bring that out, so I'm not forgetting that color, because otherwise I feel like it would look out of place. So I definitely will plan to bring that in. So I combined 2 of my greens to make hopefully the perfect seafoam color. I guess that's the right word. I'm not sure exactly of the color green in that collection, but it's really pretty, and of course green is my favorite. So, and here is the yellow. And I add this like taupe color, and it makes it really brown, so I have to lighten it up with a different yellow color, like it's called Glorious Day, I think. But it dries a lot lighter than it shows here, so it's not going to look so brown. But also I'm going to let some of it drip off the page. See, you can see I'm adding more yellow to lighten it up. But it definitely has brown undertones, so I do want to leave those there. And I like how, because of the texture paste, it kind of like goes into the ridges of the texture paste, and it's darker down where it goes in, and then the lighter color is at the top. So I had to work a lot with this one to get the right color of the peachy pink color. I know that looks super orange, but again, like I said, it does dry lighter. But I'll work with it here for a minute. And it's not perfect, but it also isn't right up next to the color, so it's okay. And it's close enough that it doesn't like clash or anything, and it goes with the overall color theme. So here you can see I'm working with it, adding more and more, changing the color. So that's like a pinky color that I add into it, and that helps. And I know it doesn't look right, but it really does dry a lot lighter than what it's showing. And then at the bottom there, I'm going to add more of that green color because the green's my favorite and I really like green. And that was the larger of the stripes. And I just want it to be more prominent on the page. I love this collection. It's super gorgeous. Days of Splendor is what it's called, from Pinkfresh Studio. And you can find it in the store. I just love everything Pinkfresh does. But also, like, I'll end up using some Late Afternoon by Amy Tangerine. That corresponds really well. Like, and so does Heidi Swap's line, mostly Honey and Spice from last year. It has similar colors as well. So I just love mixing and matching, and I like it when the trend of the colors runs through different collections, so you can do mixing and matching and they work well together. I'm just adding a little bit of splatter in the different colors on the page. And there we've let it dry, and I'm going to add back the chevrons. And then I realized I have that open space on the other side of that green chevron, so I'm going to add that dusty pink rose color in over there, and it'll peek in between the little open chevron section. And during my voiceover here, there's all kinds of distractions. The lawnmower has stopped, but now my dog has started snoring. Oh. So there's where I'm just adding in that pink color. And I don't have that color on the papers, but it is in the stickers and it's in the ephemera. So it will play through. And actually the ephemera and stuff has a little bit of like this pretty purple color as well. But again, they're all in the same palette and the same like autumnal theme family. So it'll all work well together, I think, anyway. I wanted to scrap these Thanksgiving photos because it was like the last time that side of my family was all together before all the mess here in 2020. And like, we've all been through a lot this year with that. And it's just nice to remember like that we had that good Thanksgiving together, and that we need to appreciate that, because who knew that that was going to be the last time for such a long time that we were all together. I'm hoping that we'll all get together again for Thanksgiving this year, but we still aren't really sure what that looks like. So there you can see I just stuck out the green on either side, but also that kind of keeps my page from warping and it makes it more sturdy. And now I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to position the photos. At first I was trying to keep from covering up too much of the mixed media, but we know that's just the nature of it. Missy teaches us that, right? So I'm going to go ahead and stick down the chevrons because I'm definitely sure of where I want those to go. I can't get enough of them, man. I did rough up the edges, and now I'm going to trim off the excess that's hanging off the sides. And I did get 2 pieces of that paper because I like the back side. It's like a fun cut apart. I even considered turning the page that way to put the photos on, but no, that's not going to work out. So, I did have to continue to rough up the edges where I cut off the bits. So there's the title. That's from the Amy Tangerine Late Afternoon Collection, Every Moment Matters. And so that really worked well for kind of the thoughts I had about the journaling on this page. There's the ephemera pack. So I'm just going to pull out pretty bits. I'm going to use very autumn bits. So I want to get like the leaves, like those stalks there with the berries. And then I want to make sure that I have that pop of orange because a couple of people have that color on in the pictures. And then also the macaroons. My cousin's wife makes the best macaroons and she always brings them to the family events. And I love them so much. And she does all these fun flavors. And so clearly they had to have a spot on my layout. They're a highlight of my life. We actually all didn't get together on Easter this year because of the pandemic. And so I had to mail order some of her macaroons to make it feel more like our holiday. So what I'm doing here is with the ephemera, I'm trying to get some pieces that have the white background and combine them with pieces that are the solid color. And so I tried a few different pieces there, and I didn't like the way that the leaves with the other white background looked in addition to the one piece that I already have there. So that's why I just stuck with all solid color foliage behind the one that has the white around it. So we're committing to sticking those photos there. And now I pull out the cardstock sticker sheet, and that's going to be like just a little journaling block there. And I'm going to say my thoughts about our Thanksgiving celebration and how we need to appreciate who knows what's going to happen in the next year or so. So always a good reminder. Which my granddaddy's talked about that at Thanksgiving last year too, about how our family is always together and we all live around here and there's no rifts in the family, and how much he appreciates that. And then still we still haven't been able to get together and stuff. So hopefully this year. So yeah, I just added pretty little ephemera bit over there. I like how it overlaps onto the chevron and just adds some interest. So we have foliage around both sets of photos, and then also in that third little area, so it makes like a pretty visual triangle for your eye. And then I definitely wanted to use that yellow foliage up there to bring in the yellow from both chevrons to that top corner, and because I used yellow on the title. And there you can see that pop of orange with that little blossom. So I think we're about done. I'm gonna add a few more stickers, and I'll add my journaling. And also I look at the page and I'm like, it needs some sparkle and shine. So at the end, I'll grab some sequins for my stash. I use a wood grain sequin from Spiegel Mom Scraps and a yellow one, and I'd like a olive green, which there's not really much olive green, mostly like leaf colors, but it corresponds well with all of the colors. So I hope you guys were inspired to create an autumn page today. I will put my affiliate link down below. If you need to pick up this Pinkfresh Studio collection, you probably do because it's gorgeous. And if not, if this is your style, then you can pick from a ton of other autumnal collections, and there's all kinds of Christmas collections if you're already ready for that kind of crafting. I'll link down below, and I hope that you guys were inspired today. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bye, y'all.